Hey everybody, so continuing our overview of the mind, our fear-based operating system now as we enter grade school and into our schooling years is immersed in this situation where most learning is being driven by language and conversations. Remember, this operating system is all about your survival, and you're born with the supercomputer inside your head. Now the supercomputer inside your head is bored 98% of the time. There's nothing really threatening your survival in any given moment. And you're immersed in this language environment. So what happens is this supercomputer starts to generate different programs for understanding what has happened in the past and how can I pick apart what happened in those interactions to learn something from that. It's generating programs to anticipate things that might happen in the future. So it's running simulations about different things. Everything's from social interactions to grades to all sorts of different things it's running simulations about inside your head. And then it's also running social simulations. So what will so-and-so think about this change in my hair or my dress? Which group do I want to be a part of? Which group? How do I have to change my behavior to be part of that group, etc., etc. Now, remember that these programs, I'm using the term programs, but what I really mean by that is collections of thoughts. Remember, thoughts are nothing more than conversation that you're having with yourself. So your mind is generating hundreds and thousands of different conversations inside your head. These programs are conversations that are happening to try to figure things out or whatever. In the midst of all those different conversations that are happening inside your head, one conversation seems to be this thread that you can trace back all the way back to maybe your first thoughts. And this is when one of the significant errors occurs inside this operating system. There's a number of errors that are happening. We'll clarify that in the next lesson. But one of the most significant things that's happening right now in this course of your development is there's one particular thread, conversation, that the mind has latched onto and has determined that that thread is a thing. It is an entity. It is you, only it's not you. We can call it the ego. It is the thread of thought that is self-aware and is viewing or able to keep in the forefront all these other programs and conversations that are happening. But the error is that you now come to think that this thread of thought is an entity called you inside this storm of conversations. And that sets the stage for some really interesting interactions with our minds and some really harmful and at least not helpful ways of relating to our minds as we enter into adulthood. Much love.